Hey, how's it going? This is gonna be a little update video. As per usual, when I make these videos, they're not really scripted or anything. There's a little notepad on the side, but it's just like little notes of what I want to talk about and such. But I hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna try and keep this pretty short if possible. I tend to ramble sometimes, so that might not happen, but we'll see. I haven't made one of these in a while, so I just wanted to make one, I guess. Especially since videos have been either sporadic to non-existent recently. I do apologize for that. A lot of it recently has just been lack of motivation, I guess. And I think it's just after a while I got kind of tired of the format. And I do want to finish Cold Steel 2 at the very least. I'm too far in not to finish it. It's gonna be finished. But I think at this point Let's Plays are just I'm kind of burnt out, I think is what it comes down to. I think I'm just burnt out on just the format in general, and I don't know really where to go from here on that. I think it's easier to stream, I guess, and it may be easier just to upload like stream VODs so people here have something. So that's, you know, an idea. I don't really like the thought of it because I like this channel to be like, I don't know. I guess I think of stream VODs differently from recorded videos because I like to put a lot of time into them. I put a lot of work into them. I edit them as nicely as I can. There's a lot of audio editing involved when I make videos, and I do tend to go through the entire video when I do edit them. So it's not like I'm just recording, I stop recording, and then I upload them. There's a lot more that goes into it, and even when I do record, it can take a little while to get those videos out. So that's why there's been points where like half a session goes up and then, you know, the other half doesn't go up for like a little while, or I have videos that I recorded like a month ago or so and they just don't go up because I haven't been editing them. And editing them does take a little bit of time. It's just how it is. So the relaxed environment of streaming is very desirable in comparison, I guess. I guess that's the best way I can put it. It's easier. It just feels more comfortable, and I don't know. I guess you could call it laziness in a sense, but it feels like I'm talking to someone more so than how I do videos where I'm just kind of like rambling to myself for a couple hours. So that can be a nice thing. I don't know. Sometimes I do just want to ramble to myself for a couple hours, but I think after doing this for almost a decade, I've burned myself out a little bit. So that's one thing. Another thing is my current situation, which I did want to talk about. A lot of how it's been recently is I had a job. And doing that job was sucking the life out of me, basically. It was sucking my motivation out of me, sucking, I don't know, so much out of me. And I hated it. I really hated it. And it was really terrible. And recently, it was kind of unintentional, but I did end up losing that job. I didn't really mean to lose it at that time, but I did. And it's half and half on that. It's a sigh of relief that I don't have to go there anymore and go into, it was a warehouse job, so it was go into the warehouse every day and do the same thing over and over again. And after over a year and a half, it just got really, it was draining me. I really didn't like it. And part of me was happy that I lost it, and part of me was bummed because it was rather unintentional, and hey, I'm not making money anymore. I do make some money through the videos, but it's not really enough to sustain, of course. I do have stuff to pay for, and I do want to, like, bring that up. I don't usually like to plug things, but I am currently searching for a new job, and it's not really going super well. I've always been rather, I don't know, meek, I guess, or shy when it comes to trying to get a job, doing interviews. I'm just not really good at doing them. It's just like, and I know everyone has their own like personal nerves, and nobody likes doing an interview. The problem, honestly, is I tend to get visibly shaky during it, and that tends to make things be awkward, I guess. I don't know. I try not to. Try my best to get through it and hope it goes well. And usually it goes okay, but I guess it comes down to I just haven't had luck recently. So things just haven't been going my way. I do want to ask for possibly a little support, because right now I'm just not lucky and things have just kind of been a little shitty. I'll be leaving links down below for my Patreon, which I rarely plug. I don't usually like to plug things. It's just not a thing I like to do. And my Twitch account. My Twitch account has links below that has like donations, or you can subscribe on Twitch. I believe next month in September I'm going to try and stream a little bit more, because there's going to be Subtember, so new subs get half off their subscriptions. So if you want to help that way, that would be super cool. So that's a thing. I'd really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me if you helped out. You don't have to, but it's an option, and I wouldn't really be making this if it hasn't been like kind of rough recently. So if you could help, that'd be great. Obviously, don't have to, but it's there. I was kind of trying to say that for the end of the video, but I ended up throwing it in the middle, so I'm sorry about that. I do want to bring up a couple things about Let's Playing. I do want to finish Cold Steel 2. That's the thing. A lot of people have asked me, what about Trails of Cold Steel 3? Because that's coming out in October. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really have plans to do that game. I've actually beaten it. I've beaten it in Japanese. I've beaten the whole series, actually. I've beaten 3 and 4 already, so I know what happens in them. So it wouldn't be blind if I did it. I know that's kind of an appeal. That's not really why I'm probably not going to, though. I think it's just I've run into a wall, I guess. And I feel like this is consistent recently with how things have been on the channel, is I've just do these long games. I start really strong, I go for a while, then the middle, I get a little burnt out, and then I, you know, have weeks on end, months, where I just am burnt out, not posting anything. And then I'm just kind of like, oh shit, I need to finish this. I put time into it. I worked really hard on it. I need to finish this. And then, you know, it's just this cycle that I've created. And I love the games I do. I love playing those games. It's just they're a lot of work and they're really long. That's the only thing that's been holding me back from finishing Cold Steel 2. And when I think about wanting to do Trails in the Sky second chapter and the rest of the series, which I would love to do, if I had proper time for it. I would love to do those games. But honestly, they're not the best for a Let's Play setting. And the way I do videos, they just take a really long time. And it's just tough. It's tough to do those games. It's tough to do the games the way I like to do them. And I like to do not exactly everything, but just about everything. So I can show everyone everything, show why I like these games so much. It's a lot of it's mostly just the Kiseki series I'm talking about. Tales games do get pretty long, but they don't usually hit these like walls that this series has been hitting. So I guess that's what's holding me back from Trails of Cold Steel 3. Especially because that game is longer than the first two. It is over 100 hours long. It is definitely longer than the first two, and it will take a really long time. So that's just how it is. That doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. Maybe in the future, but honestly, I'm just burnt out on the series at this point. I want to finish Cold Steel 2. I'm going to finish Cold Steel 2. And I like recording it. But getting myself to record it recently has been really tough. But it's tough to record this series the way I do it. And I don't know, I guess that's really it. It's just I'm burnt out. I did Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2 pretty close together. And it's just a lot, you know? That's just how it is. So, I don't know how I want to handle that, but I'm thinking like maybe in the future I'll possibly get to it. There's so many games in this series, and the thing is with Cold Steel 3, a lot of people won't understand what's going on at a certain point in that game if they don't have knowledge from the previous games. And this is also a note for people who haven't played the rest of the series. If you're going to play Cold Steel 3, you really should play the rest, because you're going to get spoiled and you're not going to understand what the fuck is going on. So, that's a thing. Anyway, one last thing. This is already way too long, I already know it. But Tales of Arise is coming out next year. I want to Let's Play that game when it comes out. It looks really good. I really want to Let's Play that game. That might be my final Let's Play. I say after like, hey, I want to do Cold Steel 3 later. I don't know if I will do that later. I don't even know if what I'm saying is going to be a thing. This is just a thing I've been thinking about for a while. Because honestly, Let's Playing is just not anything anymore, really. I can always stream a game and upload the VODs or something like that, but I think Tales of Arise is something I really want to do a proper series on. It's something I'm really excited for. And when I do Tales games on the channel, I mean, it's in my fucking name. People like them. People watch the series, and I like playing them. I may not handle them the best. I'm not saying I'm the best Let's Player or anything, but people seem to like my Tales Let's Plays. I like playing them. I'm really excited for Tales of Arise. I do want to record it, so I would like that to be a thing next year. I don't know if that's going to be the end of my channel or anything. It might be my final Let's Play. It might not. I might just say, nah, I was just being a dumbass, you know? But, like, the thing is, I need to focus on, like, my life, and videos aren't really supporting me enough. I need to find a full-time job and stuff like that. I still want to do things on here, If I can make this like a part-time thing at some point, that'd be great. But it's not right now. And that's partly my fault. I haven't been motivated to work on anything recently, or even talk that much. I have a hard time recently just being motivated to even want to stream or want to talk to people. And I don't know, it's just been a mess. It's been a mess. That's really about it. That's all I really wanted to talk about. This became a lot longer than I would have liked it to be, but there you go. If you listened, thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate it. If you can support me at all or help out, links will be in the description of what I talked about. I'd really appreciate it. Don't have to, but it's down there. And also, hey, follow my Twitch, come hang out. I stream at fucking 1 in the morning sometimes, and it's usually pretty fun. You know, sometimes. But anyway. Yeah, I think that's about it. Hey, Astral Chain comes out soon. I might record that thinking about it. Record or stream. I would like to do something with Astral Chain. I'm really excited. Just throw that out there. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting and watching. I've almost been doing this for 10 years. Next year will be 10 years. And that's fucking stupid. Thank you as always. Yeah. I hope you'll continue to watch in the future. And if you have any advice or like to see anything, go ahead and comment whatever, and I'll listen. I'll read them. That's what I do. I read the comments. I'm like, cool. Thanks, man. But yeah. So thank you very much. Expect some Cold Steel 2 videos soon, maybe. I have no promises. I'm trying. But thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.